Beginner drummers, you can leave the room for a sec, go get yourself a bag of chips or whatever you need to do. My intermediate, upper intermediate, and lower advanced drummers, stick around because this is for you. Last week, I showed you an exercise, great little exercise for building your wrist and your facility around the drums. The first exercise was basically just kind of geared towards that. And this lesson, or actually the next two, but in this particular one here, we're going to add an element to it to make it a little more challenging for you intermediate drummers that just kind of blew through the first one. You should always push yourself in the practice room, all right? The practice room is the spot for you to stretch. If you don't, you're not going to improve. What we're going to do here is we're going to add an element to this exercise. The first one was just for wrists and facility. This time we're going to add coordination. Now you can always sort of modify any exercise, which I highly encourage you do, because there's 100 different ways that you can make any exercise harder just by adding a couple of little elements. So here's what we're going to do, man. We're going to add a little something to the bass drum, all right? And it's gonna sort of slowly introduce the whole coordination thing. We're gonna keep everything upstairs the same. So you're still gonna go around the drums just like you did with the last exercise. We're just gonna change the kick pattern. Doing that alone is gonna make it more challenging. All right, so here's what I'm gonna show you. We're gonna change up the kick drum pattern a little bit. In the first exercise, we were just playing straight quarters. Now we're going to add a little rhythm to the exercise, and we're going to play everything on top the same. And the pattern that I'm going to give you is this. All right, so it's a simple little adjustment, but it's a great little exercise to sort of introduce the idea of coordination with the hands and feet. Might sound a little easy to you, but until you try it, you might get an idea of, just how challenging it might be for you. All right, so let me show you my personal favorite little modification to this particular exercise. Whenever I do this, this is the one that I do. Because it feels great and it's fun to do and it's challenging. And yeah, so let me show you what it is. Up until now, we've been pretty much just doing a 4-count type thing. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What I did was I dropped it 1 and I turned it into a 3-count exercise. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, with the bass drum pattern, but keeping everything else in that 4 sort of movement. And that transition sounds like this. So there you go. I'm just going to leave you with that because that's going to be enough for you to chew on. If you're one of those drummers that found the first two exercises easy, this one should smack you around a little bit in a polite way, of course. But yeah, you should find this one a little bit more challenging. For you upper intermediate and sort of lower advanced drummers, give this one a shot, man. It's really cool. And this is, like I said, whenever I do this exercise, this is the one that I choose to do. And I love it. It's great. So give that a shot. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you in the next video.